Shalom Akim. All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salute to sincere Akim out there, the hopeful elect. Okay. This is a quick video through the spirit that I'm gonna do in light of the mass shooting that just happened out there in Texas a few days ago. All right. Which, we believe it to be a psyops, as most of these mass shootings have been, which is, basically set up, get some wacko nut job to commit a mass shooting, whether it be in a shopping mall, whether it be in a school, whether it be at the work site or what have you, or some public venue, okay? There's programs that this devil has, like MK Ultra, where he got a lot of people under mind control, man. Whether it's some sick, twisted cult following that people are down with, or whether you got some jackasses who are into all kind of designer drugs, man. But MK Ultra program is definitely real, and there's always going to be a patsy out there to get knocked when one of these world famous shootings take place. Like, either somebody's going to be the fall guy, whether that person actually survives or not. Okay? And it's usually a setup so legislation can pass more laws. In cases like these, more than likely is for stiffer gun policies and gun control, man. All right. So I'm gonna bring out the book of Daniel, chapter 8, verse 25. It says, "And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand." All right. Yeah, man. Through his policy, which when you look up the word policy in the blue letter in this particular chapter and verse, it's the Hebrew word shakal, which means prudence, insight, understanding. Okay? Prudence, good sense, insight, understanding, cunning, craft in a bad sense. All right? Discretion, knowledge, intelligence. All right? Wise. This is what Esau is known for, man. The scriptures tell you that he's going to be wiser than Daniel, in which Daniel is renowned through the Holy Scriptures for being one of the wisest prophets ever, who was able to interpret dreams. Okay, so this devil, the so-called white man, is wise and crafty and cunning through his sorcery on the left-hand side. All right, on the left-hand side, through what? His relationship with the spiritual demon Satan. Okay? That's where the so-called white man gets his wisdom from. All right? Because the so-called white man, who is of the nation of Edom, is the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan. So I'm going to read that again. Daniel chapter 8, verse 25. It says, "And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand." Right? Policy, police, politics, all the word is all similar. Okay? These politicians are cunning and crafty, smooth talkers, charmers, all right, to persuade the people to vote in their favor, so that they can eventually Salakia, so that they can eventually lead the public into a new world order, into the design plan of the global elites, all right, which is getting the mass public to accept a new world order, all right, and this is all done through policy, through politics, man. Okay, it says, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and we know the so-called white man is certainly magnified, man, and they think, they really believe they are the supreme race. Okay, that's why you have white supremacy. Okay, despite what they say how they try to act as though they're friendly with Jake, and how they try to push this 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 fallacy that all men are created equal, to get you to believe that, all right, as long as they got you oppressed, and continue to do things unjustly to you. You Jakes, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? Okay? They magnify themselves against you in their heart. Like I said, once again, because Satan is dealing with them, man. And this is Satan's world. Right now, they have the global dominance. Okay? That's why, you have the whole world of all of the dark nations inspiring to be like the so-called white man, to look like the so-called white man, to dress like the so-called white man. People of importance or significance in the society, try to put on suits and ties and such, and speak eloquently, man. Okay? All right? You got the dark nations out there bleaching their skin. Bleaching their skin, getting blonde European weaves in their hair, blue contact lenses and such, to try to look like the so-called white man, to try to look European. Okay? So, of course, the so-called white man is on a boosted up in pride. All right? Okay? It reads on to say, and by peace shall destroy many. Yeah, peace. And by peace shall destroy many. All right? Because that's what the so-called white man likes to, publicly push out there on the surface, as though he comes in peace. All right? We see the history of that with the North American Indians, when these devils came over here to this side of the world, to the Americas, and came out with all kind of peace treaties. All right? Which they wound up destroying the masses of the native inhabitants of this land, which the North American Indians, all right, are of the nation of Israel. Okay? You Gadites, you Cherokees, okay, Apaches, Lakota tribes, Seminole Indians, you're Israelites, man. Okay? All right? And not just the North American Indians, but the natives of the Caribbean island, which are the Taino, Boricua Indians, Arawak Indians, which are you Puerto Ricans and Dominicans and Cubans and such. All right? You've been effed over by the so-called white man as well, who in the beginning claimed to have come in peace. Okay? Starting with the conquistadors. All right? But, fast forward now to 2023, you got these devils, these politicians, man, always promising you peace. And once they're elected and they get into office, they never make right on those peaceful terms that they promise you during their campaigns. Okay? But in fact, pass more and more legislation to oppress you, to further oppress you and strip away your rights from you, man. Your God-given rights at that. Okay? All right? And this is a mad world, man. America is a fucking terrible place that has this image set up throughout the world as though they're the best country to live in, man. They have the greatest society and such. But you see all of these mass shootings out here, man. All of these mass shootings, how can this be a great society, such a great society, when at any given moment, sporadically, there could be a mass shooting, usually set up as a government psyop, man, to get a reaction of the people, and to eventually, pass new legislative laws, in a lot of these cases with mass shootings, to make stiffer gun laws, man. So mainly so that you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans won't be able to own firearms to defend yourselves and to protect yourselves. All right? This is a website right here called Gun Violence Archive. Okay? And this is just for 2023 alone. It shows you in the red dot where all of these mass shootings have been taking place here in the United States of America, man. Okay? All right? So I don't see how, America could be, putting itself up on a pedestal as being one of the best countries to live in. You had Donald Trump calling these other countries shithole countries. But wait a minute, what is America? America's not a safe place, man. It's not a safe place. Okay? Like, you just had the mass shooting out there in Texas. We have mass shootings damn near every day in this country, man. All right? United States of America is a big place from the East Coast to the West Coast. Okay? You have mass shootings damn near every day in this country, man. Involving 2, 3, 4, or 5 or more deaths, man. All right? So, this place is certainly about to be destroyed, man. I'm going to read on. It says, he also shall stand up against the Prince of Princes. All right? And the Prince of Princes is talking about our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And the so-called white man does plan on going to war against the Lord and his angels. They're constantly on the watch through their space programs and such. You have Space Force X, So they're constantly monitoring the heavens, anticipating the return of Yahweh Shai and the holy angels. So what? So that they can go to war. Okay? It says, but he shall be broken without hand. Yeah, read the book of 2nd Ezra, 13th chapter. It shows you how the Lord is going to come back and take down his enemies, take down the armies of the so-called white man in the joint nations who are in cooperation with him. Okay? So I'm going to end this video on that note, Akim. Say shalom, wa barakum to you brothers out there. Lord willing, I'll see you in the next one. Shalom. Damn allergies, man.